Last year, I wrote a letter to Minister Wing over the Tidy Towns. As you know, Tidy Towns was cancelled last year, and it's obviously going ahead this year. And many people did say already that I'm kind of to blame for this, because I was the first person really to say anything about a future Tidy Towns, and that never was thought about before. When which I believe 60 years and going, Tidy Towns. There used to be always judges going around for the last 60 years marking off points for different towns for flowers or whatever. Now this year will be photo Tidy Towns, so basically you'll be putting photos up. You're doing a PowerPoint kind of presentation. And you can point for PowerPoint your presentation and everything like that, how you write it, your font, different font, your colour, and etc. 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 Very, very good, you have to say. It's very, very good. But obviously I was the first button about it, and obviously I talked to Michael Wing about it, Minister Michael Wing, when he was Minister for World Development and World Development and the Department of World, the Department of World Development. Sometimes I get mixed up. There's another word added onto it, but I just called it Department of World Communications, or Department of Development or whatever you would call them. Just the word Department of Development. Like it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. But yeah, I kind of got to blame it. Because I was the first person to mention, a Fortune Tidy Towns. Obviously last year was fuming, and I was fuming that it didn't go ahead, and obviously I'm thankful that it's going to go ahead, because as I said in my letter to Michael Wing, it might as well give it a try. Like, there's no harm in giving it a try, and at least we can say we tried to make it go ahead. At least we can say, and at least it go down in history that we did try and bring back the Tidy Towns for 2021, and get people back out socialising, back out doing work in their communities and working together. And it's the social aspect too, as I pointed out in the letters, the social aspect. Because everybody's talking, you talking to each other, you're meeting people. And that was something that was very crucial. And Tidy Towns groups are at the heart of the community. They're working in their communities, doing great work. And then they're working with focal clubs, GA clubs, local businesses, etc. etc. And it's all very good. And obviously the next thing I mentioned too, I briefly mentioned it in my letter at the time, and I did say it a few times before to county councils and things like that, was about young people in the Tidy Towns, because obviously it's great to see young people getting involved in their local Tidy Towns, doing bits and bobs, giving up their time. Again, it's voluntary work for their community, and it's great to see young people out doing voluntary work. Now saying, for their work in the community, for their bit, they should be given something. They should be given a voucher or something. They should be given some kind of small thank you from the local authorities or from the Tidy Towns itself organisation. And this year there will be a special award for young people that do atrocious work in our communities. Young people, there's loads of young people that do a great work in our communities. Great. There's Aaron. He can. In Ashbourne and County Meath, does great work for his Tidy Towns down there. And hopefully I say he'd be up for the award for the Tidy Towns, for the Young Person's Tidy Towns Award this year. Again, I don't know what it'll be. I don't know what the prize will be. I don't know what, they didn't say what the prize will be. But I say he'd be up for that, because of his great work in his community. Again, young people volunteer in the community. They should get something. We have to be fair. It's different. Older people volunteer and the things like that. You understand. But younger people now, it's hard. It's hard to balance life and social life and etc. etc. Even if they do 10 minutes of work, it's something we should appreciate in the community. It's something the local town should appreciate. Because it's the generation we live in now. Young people really don't want to work. But it will be hopefully. It all goes to plan. But again, a lot of people do blame me, saying I was supposed to mention it. But yeah, it's good to know that I made a difference, and I suppose that's the thing. It's good to know that I did make a difference. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe more, and bye.